What is up? Welcome to Mangalku, our weekly manga review series. This week we're checking out the first 4 volumes of Shikimoris, Not Just a Cutie by Keigo Maki. On the back, the fabled thing, it's for fans of Komi Can't Communicate.
Yes.
And Please Don't Bully Me, Nagatoro-san.
Yep.
So,
which are fan-fucking-tastic.
both big names to be put on the back of your book as
Yes.
comparison.
See,
So
we regard those really highly.
I saw that come in. I was like, well, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see how that's going to go. So we did do the first 4 volumes. They're kind of thin volumes because they go very fast, especially the first one.
Oh my God.
About 2 hours max.
Yeah, I think at the end of the first volume, the guy's kind of like, I kind of started this off as an experiment, and everybody really liked it, so I just kept going.
Which fucked us when we didn't want to spend a bunch of time reading.
So, what did you guys think of it as just a whole? What'd you think?
Meh.
Okay.
There's parts I liked, but not as much as Nagatoro or.
Interesting.
I did not feel things the way I felt with either of those.
Although I did really like. I can't pronounce her name right.
Shikimori.
Shikimori. I liked her a lot because she had that moment where she's super cute, but then she had that badass girl look.
Yeah.
And that was like, okay, that's cool. And there was like the moments where she was they got caught in the rain, and then they go to his house, and he's like, let me borrow your sweater, and she just pushes him off the couch when his mom walks in.
Okay, that was hot. I was like, yeah, get it. And then it's like, oh yeah, we've never kissed before, pretty much.
Yeah, and I was just like, I just want my boy to get his first kiss.
Counterpoint, I loved it.
Really?
That was really good. I thought it was really, really, really good.
I just thought it was the most vanilla thing.
Out of Komi Can't Communicate and Don't Like Bully Me, Nagatoro-san, I think that one was legit in my 3rd spot.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a follow-up question. If you had to pick one of the girls to date.
Nagatoro.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
You like being bullied.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't like being bullied, but I feel like I grow the most
with
in those
Nagatoro.
situations.
I felt stressed, dude. I was like,
I felt so much.
Yeah.
Like it's cute, but like the rain scene, Nagatoro did it 20 times better. Like it was funnier. It was a better situation. I would say of the hotness level, Shikimori. I'm just gonna be honest. She's the hottest. But at the same time, like I don't know. I just like the sense of community that was built around Nagatoro.
I feel like definitely with this one, I would pick Shikimori hands down, by the way. I just feel like with this one, the first volume was kind of a bust. It was good, and it was a lot of fun, but like the fact that, I was saying like, we got to the end, he was like, I just started this off as like an art experiment, just to like draw faces.
That first volume was like 15 minutes.
Of
reading.
Really
and
easy.
So the first volume, they have the friends in there, but they're just literally background characters that don't ever get mentioned until like literally the second volume. Like, he would probably give him some friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we'll write those guys in there.
They fleshed
no problem.
the Bakugo looking dude.
Yeah, they did really well with a lot of them, and it's like I liked it a lot. I don't know. I feel like with let's say Nagatoro-san, I feel like there's kind of a key. Like they're not in a relationship yet, so the goal is to kind of like
get them
together.
And I would think that whole series would kind of fall apart once they do become in a relationship.
The reason I felt stressed is because it reminded me a lot of Jim and Pam, where it was like a lot of like playful, like flirting and stuff, but they're not together.
Well, it's like Komi Can't Communicate. The clear defined goal is to get 100 friends.
Exactly.
I don't know what the goal of this one is.
Really?
It is just like a nice like comedy one.
I can tell you what it is. It's literally to tell you that my girlfriend is a cutie every fucking chapter.
I thought that was hilarious.
I like it too.
I
like that too.
I like that every chapter was like my girlfriend is a cutie, and then it's always followed by some sort of like butt or like something.
I changed my mind now. I want Nagatoro first, this one second, and then Komi third.
I would be okay with that. I would say Komi and Shikimori could like be in tie.
Yeah,
like,
I
really love
a tie.
I don't know. No, actually, never mind. This is still third.
Because I did like this. It was just I felt a little bit more for the other two as well.
Yeah, I mean the other two were definitely like more emotional, but it's like I like this one so much, and it's
do you like just the single like kind of like episodic?
Well, I mean some of them were single episodic, but they were also like they did go together. Some of them, it's like they were continuations
like
of
the summer stuff.
The summer stuff was good. I hate when people are helpless characters entirely. That is their entire trope. It doesn't matter if they're a girl or a guy, but I swear to God,
that's
every
the main character Nagatoro.
No, I mean like no.
Argument invalid.
Continue with your point.
He has like character progression. This guy.
So does this guy.
He's like, let me go save that kid. Oh, guess I'm gonna fucking drown.
But he makes full character. Like he goes straight forward, and even at the
he
very
does
end,
say at the end,
last very volume, he's like, I just want to keep getting stronger, so I can be with you. And he's making progression.
What has he done to actually get stronger outside
he learned
of
to
saying?
cook.
Yeah, he knows how to
he
cook.
knows how to
He knows
cook.
how to cook.
He's
that was
known.
one form of progression. It was like,
He's
you're not going to be
always
able to do it.
But he's
and
never
then
done
he was
it
able
for
to do
her
it
up until then.
I don't think that was a
Remember,
form of progression. It was
wants-
a reveal.
Meanwhile, I would say the main character from Nagatoro, when the first 4 volumes read, didn't progress at all because he's still the timid kid. He didn't move at
He's
all.
timid, but no. But remember, he like pushes. Remember, he fights against the bullies, and he's kind of like, "No, you're coming with me."
Yeah, for a second.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah,
huge.
for nothing. See,
No.
you could argue the same thing about this main character, where he did dive in to save the kid, where that's normally not something he would do.
always do
because
that.
he is so worried about getting hit. He would always do that.
Yeah, he would. There was no point in question where he's like, "Oh, there's a kid drowning." Well, guess what? The fucker's gonna jump in.
But that's
he's gonna
the whole point, where he's like this down on his luck, unlucky guy. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's like you would think he would just fucking hate life, but no, he's like still just a really
just an
kind
upbeat
guy.
dude, yeah.
He's trying to help everybody out, even though he has it like the fucking worst.
Here's what I'll say: I am like the mother. I have become indifferent
Clumsy?
to his fucking clumsy, and I've become indifferent to his misfortune to the point where it's just like, wow, if a sinkhole came up out of nowhere and ate him, well, shit, that kind of makes sense. That's how I
He'd
felt
be okay,
about
though.
him as a character.
But
That's you guys can love it all you want. That's just personally how I felt.
I think it was funny though. Like once Shikimori like won the volleyball game or tournament, and she became super popular, and his friend got hit in the face by a baseball.
was
He's
great.
like, "This is your fault somehow," and I'm,
Yeah.
And I love when she's like across the room, she's like, "Fucking do better."
Yeah. And the whole time he's like, "Wow, it's so weird not having her around. Like, like I like it so much better. So much things happen to me. I got hit in the face, this, and this."
Yeah.
And then right at the end, she's just like, "You trying to ditch me, bitch?"
Yeah. It was really good. I liked it.
It was super sweet though. Like
There wasn't like a lot of really kind of like laugh out loud moments for me, I guess,
Yeah.
but I thought it was very good across the board.
Yeah.
I
like
didn't hate reading it.
Well, like I was saying, I mean, I just don't know what the goal of it is, but I guess I don't know. Is that a bad thing to not have a goal? Like,
Part of me was thinking she's going to be having superpowers because
Yeah.
she's so good.
Yeah.
The other thing, she's going to be like fucking Machi Maho or whatever,
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
that we read, where it was just fucking like she's a psychopath, but she's hot. I was just trying to fucking pin it together, and we didn't really get any twists until the fucking 4th volume when the other chick gets involved.
when there was a love rival.
And even then, it was kind of
not
like...
everything needs. That's why I'm thinking. Not everything needs to have a twist. It's
Yeah,
like not
see,
everything needs to have that. Not everything needs to have some grand goal. Like I think it's okay to just be like
be straightforward.
a slice of life, just
Fuck,
like
I was just about to say.
just
it's
like
just a-
hanging out. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's fine.
I
It's
thought
like,
it was really cool though, because it did remind me of like us when we actually made plans for the summer.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like that was a thing we used
yeah,
to
it's
do
like
back in
it's like
high
high school stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
the reminiscing about it was nice.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the 3, obviously Nagatoro, Komi-san, and Shikimori, they're very much just like high school love stories,
Yeah.
where it's like it's obviously almost always. I think except for Komi. Komi, the main character, isn't really timid.
No.
It's really
No.
opposite in Komi.
Yeah.
Well, he's like a side character. Like the story's, it's like the fucking Lord of the Rings situation
Yeah.
where it's really Frodo that should
But
be the
everyone
important one, but
else-
it's told by Sam kind of thing.
Well, I mean, same thing for Shikimori and Nagatoro. I mean, the main girl,
yeah.
the girls are the main characters in almost all of them, and the guys are the side characters.
They're the
Yeah,
ones
that's fair.
telling the
Okay.
story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, when you put it like that, fuck you.
but it's just like, I don't know. I think it's fine. It doesn't always have to have some sort of a story. I really enjoyed reading this. I don't know how many volumes there are or what it's going to go to,
Yeah.
but it's good. And I like the bad luck stuff that they keep
Yeah,
doing.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they kind of explain stuff at the end of the chapters.
Yeah.
Or like the end of the
Oh,
volumes
yeah,
when
the
that happened.
44 thing.
Yeah,
I was like,
yes.
why
I had
is
no
this-
idea that 4 is like 13 in
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Japan. Like that's their bad number.
That's weird.
I had no idea.
Oh, that's because of the death thing,
Yeah,
right? It
yeah.
sounds like death. Okay.
So it's all really interesting. I liked all the friends. Obviously, the thing we talked about at the very end, where the second love rival gets in, I thought that was
Yeah.
really sweet.
Yeah.
I did like her because I could not tell who she was in love with.
Yeah,
For a
Yeah.
while,
yeah.
I was like, oh, is it Shikimori? Is it Izumi? And I'm like, oh,
I
this is
think
kind
when
of cool.
Izumi kind of put it together and was like, "Oh, is she in love with Shikimori?" I was like, "Oh, she's in love with you." It's like,
yeah.
it's like he figured that out too easy. Like
Yeah.
he's too self-aware in that moment where it's like, "Oh, it's gonna be."
But
him.
every other time he's just a
Yeah.
dumbass.
I just when Shikimori confronted was it Kamiyo or something like that? I was like, how is this a normal conversation for people to have? Like, I would
it's
never.
a very mature conversation.
She was
very,
so
very
mature
You're
about it. I
almost
was
30,
very
and I don't
surprised.
think anyone in our group or associated with us would be able to have that kind of
I'd be
statement
able
come
to
out.
have a conversation. No
With
problem.
You would
love
be able
rival?
with somebody you are madly, truly in love with, and you're like, you know what? It's okay.
I think so because like you think about it, right? So Shikimori is like, you put yourself in that situation. You're already dating said person, right?
Yeah.
You are both without a doubt madly in love.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
without a doubt. I think you see this person, I would have empathy for this person where it's like
Yeah.
they are very clearly in love with the same guy. And they like, they've been alone the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like she knows that. And it's like you would know that. And it's like the one person that she fell in love with is already taken. It's like
Yeah.
you would feel some sort of like.
I'm not
actually. I understand where you're coming from.
I have no problem.
You're
with
not
the
really
feeling of
jealous.
empathy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would obviously be still a little bit jealous. I'm not gonna lie,
mean,
but
as
it's
a
like I
human,
think
yeah.
as a human with empathy and like you would feel for the person. It's like you don't have to give that up. Like
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
I'm not gonna be the person to tell you to give that up.
Yeah.
It's like hold on to that. If that makes you happy. Like having that
Yeah.
shred of whatever. Be my fucking guest.
You're giving them hope.
Well,
But
yeah,
my only argument was I'm fine having the empathy because like understanding somebody else's situation, totally cool with me. The conversation, like actually physically going up to someone and saying, I know you're in love with my boyfriend. You can still have your love for him. Keep doing this. Like, I don't hate you or anything like that. I'm not saying you have to hate the person or anything. It's just that conversation alone is so unbearably awkward and mature for me to like even think someone have that.
It would just depend if you picked up on it because the only reason Shikimori went back and did it was because like
She
she
figured it
picked up on it and
Yeah.
was like, ooh, it's like I
Yeah.
kind of like ruined her fucking day.
And I would definitely say there's like times when I probably shouldn't be having that conversation with someone. It's like, nah, it's like a genuine moment. Like, just don't fucking ruin it with like any reality kind of thing. I get that. But I don't know. It's just weird.
like I think like even when that scene happened, like Kamiya-san was even like, "Oh, I'm surprised you like figured that out."
Yeah.
and because like
they do not paint that
Nope.
at
Yeah.
all in the manga.
because I think it was just one of the things where she like obviously we know Shikimori is very like intellectually like
Yeah.
I don't know there.
Yeah.
So it's like she put that together and it's like it's the right thing to do. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a nice, very mature
It was
conversation.
so sweet of her to be like, you know what? I think I should give this back to you. Like, you deserve to be
Didn't
happy
she rip
too.
it though?
Yeah,
At the
because
end,
she didn't want it.
she
The other
didn't
chick didn't
want
want
it.
it.
And then
So
she's just like, all right, well, fuck this.
I like how at the end of the 4th volume they're like hyping up the next one,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
they've got a rivalry going,
Yeah.
and she's part of the group. I'm like, fuck yeah, okay.
it's cool. I'm glad that they're doing that, and I like kind of like. I don't know anything about the author, but like from the notes and stuff, he seems so like earnest.
Yeah,
you know?
he does.
I like that a lot.
One of them was like, "Oh, I wanted to draw the boy character cute, so the girls had something to draw or something to
Something to
like,
look
and they
at.
ended up loving him." Like, okay,
Yeah. It's so good. And it's like, even like the first one was like, oh, I just want to try drawing faces. So
Yeah.
that's why I made Shikimori. Like, she would swap faces really quick.
I like that a lot. She'll go from super cutie to like hello.
I have to say the still art of her was some of the best shit I've ever
Yeah.
seen. It
Yeah.
was fan
It's
fucking
gorgeous.
The art's so well done. It's crazy. And it's like, it's wild to think that this was just like, I'm just going to try and just kind of
Yeah,
mess with my art
right.
style.
He's that guy. He's like, dude, I don't like my sketch, but it looks like a masterpiece.
It was
Yeah.
so good.
I had to say, like, there were times I'm like, wow. Just like in the middle of the night last night, I was just reading, I'm like, wow, God,
Yeah.
good job,
And
dude.
it's like, even, I think that's something to say where it's like, even if you could not, like, if this was in a different fucking language and you were checking out,
Yeah.
you'd be like, the art would be like, oh, fuck.
yeah,
like,
I
the
fully
art's
agree.
really, really good. And, you know, we didn't really talk about the friends too much, but they were good. The
Yeah.
friends
Yeah,
were all
the
good.
They
friends
were
were
great.
funny.
They were all really good.
Who's
Any
the
of stuff
girl
they
that
were
was
in
just
good.
like,
Hachimitsu?
yeah,
The little girl?
the little
Yeah.
girl, and she's just like, I just want to
Fantastic.
sit in a room with
That was
AC
my
on.
fucking
I'm like,
favorite. That was my
I'm
favorite.
like, she
love-
knows what life's
Yeah.
about.
I love how they're playing fucking 2v2, and like
Yes.
that whole scene was great.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
Totally
and
like
then-
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Totally Smash
Yes.
Bros. Yeah.
and then she came in just fucking decimated. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I feel this.
And it was like an after the credit like chat.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
just like, oh, they played again later, and she took all of them on.
Yeah, it's like the 0.5.
yeah.
What I want is like a little spin-off, just like a single chapter based on his parents. Because every
Yes.
time I got like the little filler, I saw like when the mom was holding his
Yeah.
hand when
Yeah.
he was like a wrestler. I'm like, that is the cutest fucking shit. Give me a dozen of them, please.
I like the what was it when they go to the fair and there's the
Yeah.
fireworks and they're sitting right behind
Yeah.
them and I'm just
oh,
like,
is that
yo.
them? Don't talk to them now.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll have more flashbacks
Yeah,
to them
yeah.
because the mom is like very integral, like popping up all over the
Yeah,
place.
she's like
I
now
was-
a friend and like his
I'm not giving up
Mom's
hope on
girlfriend.
the lesbian love because that I was
His mom was
shipping
kinda
that
hot.
from
when
fucking day
fucking
two.
like Shikimori was talking to his mom and she's like, yeah, I just don't know where he gets the bad luck from. She
And
kept
she's
dropping
like,
all this
"Yup."
shit. Shikimori's like, yeah, I don't know. It's
yeah,
like,
shit,
that's
dude.
really weird.
That would be you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, geez, I don't know exactly where he got that from.
So I don't know like what the culture is in Japan, but like all the girls were like, "Oh, I just want you to be my girlfriend." I'm like, is that like a normal thing to say? Because like I don't see that out here normally. Like it's different.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, like when the mom was talking with Shikimori after
Yeah.
dinner, she's like, "Can you be my girlfriend?" And
I
then the
think it
fucking
was just
dad,
showing off that she's like super suave. Like,
Yeah.
like she's so suave. And then they joke
Oh.
about it that she's like so suave that she's almost more the guy in the relationship than the girl.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why it's like it changes, back and forth.
Because I know the two girlfriends also are like kind of in love with her. Like the whole reason
Yeah.
her and the tomboy
Hey, what was
chick.
that we learned in psychology? You're slightly attracted to your
Yep,
best
that's
friends.
true.
Oh.
All friendships are based off a slight amount of love.
Oh my god,
So
You must really
the-
love Sam.
we're husband and wife.
The
at this
lesson
point.
was like you're always slightly gay for your friends. I think is what the teacher said. So There you go.
You almost made him spit up on me.
Well, I remember learning that. It was like
you're right. She did say that.
I think someone made like a gay joke or something, and then she clapped back. It's like, well, it's like, there you go. It was like, okay, cool.
So you just got all dude friends, bro.
Remember that for the rest of my life.
Acting sus.
I remember that. That apparently, we had a discussion about can you emotionally cheat on somebody and not just physically cheat?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
I think that's one of those things. As an adult, you really start putting those things together. You're like, yeah, that's way worse than fucking normal cheating.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness.
Okay, well, that was the first 4 volumes of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, once again by Keigo Maki. I liked it a lot.
Would you continue reading it?
Yeah, I would. I would. Okay. But it's like, it's just not something like, so same thing with kind of like Komi and even Nagatoro. I would rather just wait for it to be done, and then I can enjoy the whole thing.
See, I've been watching like Nagatoro-san like weekly, and I've enjoyed that because it's like I don't have to put like a huge investment of time into it, and I could just watch it. It's like, oh, cool. It's almost like a Sunday comic thing. It's a little longer, and that's why when I was reading, it's like I really just wish I could take bite-sized pieces of this. Like I would just get
like
once
an
a
enjoyment
week.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and just like, oh, that was kind of cute. Like that picked me up for the day. It's like a little cup of coffee, and then you just fucking do your other things.
Well, you
after
can.
that.
I mean, you do that whenever.
But don't feel like doing it.
Nothing's
But like,
stopping you from
it was
doing
the
that.
mental, facade that could happen. It's like
Josh is outside his little cafe and he's opening up his manga and be like, all right, I'm reading one
just
volume.
Slap it on the table, pop that bad boy open, sip on my coffee, and then you just say, oh wow, this is shit. Yep.
Yeah, well, you have shit taste, so. All right, so next week we are doing a singular volume, and then the week after that we're going back to doing it for full volumes.
Yeah.
About a fucking stroke there.
I knew it was like very exciting for you. I was gasping with you.
So the next full series, which is not really a full series, but it's a very popular series that we're going to be doing, is Spy X Family. It's very, very, very popular already. It is a Shonen Jump series.
Spy X Family?
It's, it's probably going to be, I feel like Shonen Jump,
Kids.
like if it makes it in Shonen Jump, it's already like.
Is it in the Jump magazine or?
It's in Shonen Jump. Okay. Shonen Jump.
It kind of concerns me though, like, because when I think of Shonen Jump, I think of like younger audience nowadays. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. We'll see.
Do you like My Hero
placing
Academia?
bets.
Okay.
You like My Hero.
I bet you'll like it because it's pretty gangbusters popular. So I would assume that.
It sounds like Spy Kids to me for some reason.
We're
Like
all
I'm
gonna
just
like it. So. Okay, well, that's the next series we're going to be doing. If you have any questions about Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, what did you think about it? If you've read it, who would you pick? Let us know in the comments down below. Komi, Nagatoro, Shikimori. And then, of course, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Weebs Guild. And we will see you guys next Monday for another manga review. Bye, everybody.